Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. On tap, we've got what should be a fairly intriguing matchup between the San Francisco 49ers and the New Orleans Saints. With that, let's get over to the Mercedes-Benz Superdome with a call from New Orleans. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us in downtown New Orleans at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. This is what it looked like just a moment ago in the heart of New Orleans. Folks, there's no place for this noise to go in the Superdome. It is loud, and these fans are ready for football as their Saints get ready to do battle with the San Francisco 49ers. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Now, Charles, you and I, we've done a lot of games together. Always seems like we're rehashing the same storylines. Turnovers, of course, always a big story. Quarterback play, running backs, yada, yada, yada. But getting ready for this one word kept coming to mind, and that's preparation.
Well, it's critical to be prepared. Physically, mentally. When you think about getting ready for an NFL game, you have to wonder, what will they throw at us that maybe we haven't seen before? 2-minute drill, maybe different things like that. Got to be prepared. You're exactly right.
The veteran kicker, Robbie Gould, set to get us started. And we are underway from the Superdome. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down here as the penalty flags come in right away. And we may have a face mask here right at the start. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
55-56. I'm here all day tonight.
On 2nd and 7, Breeze, and his throw is incomplete. He was trying to get it to his running back, Alvin Kamara. 3rd down here.
Well, touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Shotgun now for Breeze. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Now the veteran punter for the Saints, Thomas Morstead, on to punt on 4th down. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And they're led out by a guy who learned from one of the great ones in his first few years in Tom Brady. This is Jimmy Garoppolo.
When you're back up to one of the all-time great players, if you don't spend time picking that guy's brain or just watching and observing how he does things to increase your game, then you've wasted that time. I don't think Jimmy Garoppolo is that type of a player. I think those lessons learned have a chance to transmit themselves very well.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 24. To throw, it's Garoppolo. And this is Selleck here with a grab. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. And the starting crew now for San Francisco.
And everyone always tells me the fullback is leaving the game, and then I say, hold it a second. What about Kyle Juszczyk? Two-time Pro Bowler, maybe the best all-around fullback in the game for his ability to block, catch, and occasionally run the football inside.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Here's the first carry for Matt Breida. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Here we go, here we go. 180! Let's get this,
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
Obviously, they didn't get everything they wanted on that completion, but they put themselves in a spot where you've got to at least think about going for it. I know where we are on the field, but still, you've got to think about it, don't you?
On 4th down, the Niners trot out Mitch Wishnowski to punt the football. Back deep is Marcus Sherrills. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. The tackle there by Richard Sherman.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
50, yellow waiting. 56. Run. Let it tackle.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And he'll take this forward for 2, maybe 3. But we do have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot, but they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Hey, keep it up.
Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Completes this one to Meredith. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
The first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Call it a gain of 5 that time. They'll be left with a 3rd down and about 9 to go. And now a look at the Saints starting defense.
When you're drafted 12th overall, people expect big things out of you, and Sheldon Rankins can provide that. Big, strong, physical player, has excellent quickness, and is really good with his hands, keeping blockers off of him and allowing him to get upfield and into opposing backfields.
Here we go. Black 80! Here we go. Check 99.
On play action, now Garoppolo. Going for Hurd on the deep ball. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Ready. We're waiting.
Right there. 54 miles. Let's go, heavy. Let's go, heavy. Heavy, what you got?
On 2nd down, Kamara. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
If they're going to get a 1st down out of this, they're going to have to earn it because there's been tough going on the interior there. And here we are on 3rd and 1. Be prepared. Brace yourself. Going to be some contact going on.
5-8. 5-8.
Right there. 56.
Defense wins championships, baby.
Breeze to throw on 3rd and 1. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeForest Buckner with a sack, the former number 7 overall pick.
You and I both know we're into a whole new realm of football because we're not just looking at tendencies anymore. We're looking at analytics, and I've got to think the analytics on 3rd and 1 say run the football.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New Orleans. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here.
And this is their third drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 18. They begin the drive with Coleman. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. A.J. Klein on the tackle there.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Here we go. Wait! Take me out. Here we go.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman, and he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. This one taken in by the former Baylor Bear, Jalen Hurd. And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Let's go, defense. Here we go.
Now Breeze gets it to Meredith, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Yellow ladies. Check. Watch 54. Let's go, defense.
Breeze now on 1st down. And this is a catch by Ted Ginn. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Niners' 38-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now Breeze. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. Breeze now on first down. And Josh Hill has it. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Throwing now is Breeze. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down. So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now, you may very well have them fooled.
Yellow lady, yellow lady.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he is met quickly in the backfield.
Oh, yeah.
Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Let's see what you got.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 12-yard touchdown grab as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
Will Lutz on for the point after. And it's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here.
The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 27-yard line.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 47. Get that quarterback.
From the 27, Garoppolo, the first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Garoppolo going to give this one to McKinnon. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Second and 7 at the 42-yard line.
Here we go. 180!
Garoppolo gives to Breda and able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 180!
They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. On 1st down, here's Breda. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
At the 41-yard line.
Here we go. 180!
From the 41, Garoppolo. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 28.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Here we go,
49ers with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. To throw is Garoppolo. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Here we go.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, They remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on third down to bring up fourth. So Garoppolo off. Coming on is the veteran Robbie Gould for the 49er field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Now it's Gould after splitting the uprights to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
This one into the hands of Ginn out wide. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Breeze on the draw, gives to Kamara. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The Saints on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Breeze. And he finds Cook. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 42.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
Breeze now, 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys at 1st and 10. Now Breeze. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Now the throw here complete on the right sideline.
Complete to Michael Thomas. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 24-yard line.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Here we go. Here we go.
Breeze to throw again. On the check down, he finds Kamara. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Let's get it.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
It's going to be a long day.
Again, it's Breeze. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. That'll be enough to keep the drive moving forward. Another 1st down on the pickup of 5 yards.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the 1st. Breeze going to come up here, 1st and 10, and he's hit on all 6 of his throws on this drive. Into the red zone, it's Breeze. Again has it complete. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards it.
4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Now, Breeze again. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Jared Cook with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Now he's having a nice little 1st half here, partner.
And it's a 1st half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Lutz to try to add the PAT. This one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays, and it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Tevin Coleman and the rest of the offense making their way back out. He's just been looking for some space. You know, I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about him.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 27. And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Here's Coleman. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Here we go.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
So don't say nothing.
Now Garoppolo leaves for McKinnon on the draw and able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Watch the boot. Watch the boot.
From the 41, Garoppolo. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it was real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
The Niners on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo. And that will be incomplete. The linebacker, Demario Davis, got a hand in to break that one up.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Here comes the 49ers punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. And out trots Jared Cook with the rest of his offensive mates. And what can they do to better account for him? Because they haven't accounted for him well so far as we see here on your screen.
They may have to draw up coverages they haven't run so far. They have to create something on the fly because he's beaten everything. And when you watch this game unfold, you keep thinking to yourself, is it 2 men, 3 men, maybe even a 4th guy may have to go and account for him? But right now, he's shredding the defense.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, over 100 yards. So Brees going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at the 20. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there, and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Kamara. The tackle by Eric Armstead.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
At the 36-yard line.
Ready, yellow lady, 54. Bound to lose 1.
From the 36, Brees. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
From the gun on 3rd down, Brees. Throwing the comeback route. He's got the hook up to Thomas. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball? Exactly
right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10, right at the 40. On the ground, Kamara. Malcolm Smith there for the stop.
He was brought down by Malcolm Smith. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 37-yard line.
Ready? You ready? 54's Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Not here.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Breeze. This is complete to Michael Thomas. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 2.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Shotgun now for Breeze. That's complete to Meredith. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 22-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Ready? 5-9.
Mike 5-4. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey.
Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kwan Williams. Through an opening, and there he goes. 30, 10, and into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. So a pick 6 there out of the nickel package. They went with 5 DBs.
Almost becoming the base package in the NFL is the nickel. Hard to throw against. That was demonstrated one more time. A pick 6 going the other way.
Robbie Gould on for the extra point. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Drew Brees getting ready to go again on offense. And he's looked pretty good. Does have the 1 interception, but 2 touchdown passes so far. Your analysis?
They'll take the offset. When you talk about throwing 2 touchdown passes, no one wants to see an interception thrown, but those things happen in the course of a ball game and over the course of a season. But throwing 2 touchdown passes, that's why the team has an advantage. That's what they're looking for more of.
He'll be hoping to make it a 3-to-1 ratio here in the second quarter. A 10th carry for Kamara. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. And here's a throw that's taken in by the tight end Cook. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right? Safety valve, throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way, a dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Breeze. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
It is hard in zone coverage to stop a curl route, because when they see it, they just try and find the open spot and sit down.
Yeah, we always talk about finding the soft spot in the zone. What's the key to doing that? How do you do it?
You have to read what the coverage is. Is it 2 deep? Is it 3 deep? Because then you know where the linebackers are going to drop, what spots on the field they naturally get to, and you find that open space, and then you're in sync with your quarterback. He should be reading the exact same thing, and they put the ball right on you.
Here's Breeze to throw. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 33. And the former first pick in the 2nd round of the 2001 draft doing his thing.
And the beauty of watching him play is progressions. Yeah, he can throw it deep, but how about his ability to hit secondary targets, underneath targets, and hits them with accuracy?
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10, down at the 33. Again, they'll throw with Breeze. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
You better be afraid of me.
Breeze, a quick throw out to Thomas. And he is going to lose yardage here. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. On 4th down, off goes Drew Brees, and on comes the Saints kicker Will Lutz for the field goal attempt. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. The kick by Lutz is good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. That's one where you probably give the ball carrier a bit of a mulligan, right? Where was he going to go there?
Yeah, you could almost see his brain turning over from our perspective. Just put your foot in the ground and go, except there was no place to put his foot in the ground, and there was no place to go. No room to roam.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
Here we go. 180!
Check, 47. I'm scared.
On first down now, run with McKinnon. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Garoppolo throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Trent Taylor, the one he was looking for, and it's 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Here's Garoppolo to throw. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Here comes the 49ers punter now. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend.
So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll run. This is Kamara. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
I think what we just saw their partner was linebacking speed that can trump O-line power. We see that at times because he filled the gap before the offensive lineman could get to the next level and take him on.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Don't get nervous.
Running with Kamara. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Ready. 5-8.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before.
A big seam, and he might go all the way. The 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. Drew Brees does it again. 3 first-half touchdown passes for him now. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. It was 3rd and medium. They popped the short pass, looking to pick up the first, accomplish that mission, and then they accomplished a lot more on that mission all the way for the score.
Let me focus in on one word you used, pop, right? They popped the short pass, and then what happened after that? They popped the big run. Because now, once he caught it, didn't have anyone else in the vicinity to bring him down, and he takes off, and he kept going. Nice gutsy call, even better execution.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. So the drive there, they went 80 yards in 3 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Here we go. 180.
Mark 47. Oh, yeah. And here we go again.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan wreaking havoc with a sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Garoppolo looks to throw. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Here we go, here we go. Wait, 80!
On third down, a run from Breida. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here comes the 49ers punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Alvin Kamara and the Saints set to start their next drive. He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the second quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
Breeze now on first down. He's going to go for a big play downfield, and that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one good for 26 and a first down. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Ready? 95, 56, 95, 56, 54.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone.
On first and 10, here's Breeze. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10.
Strip that ball.
Again, it's Breeze. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Now Breeze on third down. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. What a first half this has been offensively. I mean, defensively, what do you do when you're getting torched like this?
Well, these receivers are absolutely wearing them out. So two thoughts come to mind. One, get some oxygen. You can fill up your lungs a little bit. And number two, talk to your guys up front. You need a pass rush to help slow them down.
Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Yellow lady, yellow lady. 54 Mike. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. Wait a sec.
On first down, Breeze. And this is Cook with a grab. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Four receivers now in the formation. 3 to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 7. Breeze to throw again. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. D Ford, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome, everyone, to this abridged version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one has certainly been one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference as the teams have already come back out onto the field for the second half. So let's get you back out as well to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here first and 10 at their own 26. The drive starts with a handoff to McKinnon. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. Ready? Here we go, here we go. Here we go.
From the 31, Garoppolo. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Returnable for Sherrills. It's a 4-yard return following a punt of 49. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 24-yard line.
Ready. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. To throw is Breeze. And Thomas has it. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
Ready. 95, 56.
54. So we got man.
Ready, set.
They fake the give. Here's Breeze. That'll be complete to Cook. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. On play action, it's Breeze. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Here we go, G.
Now Breeze again. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Now, he's been a busy man out of the backfield. They've looked his way quite a bit so far in this game.
Nice job there defensively, though, adjusting, because a couple of his earlier catches, he was wide open. Not that time.
You mentioned the key word, adjustment. A better cover man on him now in space.
Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. If you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes the better punter may actually determine the outcome.
Here we go.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 26. Throwing now is Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Coleman now. And an alley to run. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A gain of 10 and a 49er 1st down.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Right back to Coleman here on 1st down. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Here we go. 180! Check back 47.
On 2nd down now, it's Coleman. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Garoppolo now. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
And we're into the 2nd half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes Michael Thomas and the rest of the Saints offense. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Check 50, check 50.
Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Yellow lady, yellow lady. Watch my 4. Check, 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 check.
He may try and run for this. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the 1st.
And what a weapon to have when you can use your quarterback as a short yardage runner and pick up 1st downs.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back.
Shotgun now for Breeze. Again has it complete. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
It's easy work. It's coming again.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now Breeze. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. The linebacker, Fred Warner, right there on the coverage.
Now, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away. Turned into a nice play.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Breeze. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot. And they connected there and picked up a first down.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Breeze. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times. Tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. Breeze again here on 2nd and 10. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And now offensively, it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now, the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. From the gun on 3rd down, Breeze. And brought in by the tight end Cook. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 15. This is Coleman, and he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And he takes this across the 15 to the 17. Call it a gain of 5 that time. They'll be left with a 3rd down and about 9 to go.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Here comes the 49ers punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. 51 yards on the punt there. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Drew Brees getting ready to go again on offense. So, Charles, there are the numbers. What's happened here? Defensive adjustments that's caused him to sort of fall off a bit?
I think so. That has to happen. You've got to make some changes because in the first half, they were pretty effective. But the second part is sometimes when you're doing really well, you get off your game a little bit. You get off the gas a little. You're like, okay, we've got this thing. And that's not necessarily the case. Maybe right now, someone just needs to tell a joke in the huddle, loosen things up, and get their big guy going again.
And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 40-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Check the outs, check the outs, check the outs.
Now Brees. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Thrown away and incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 2.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. 8 yards, first down as they're able to convert.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10.
Here we go, D.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They'll come out in a 4-receiver look. 3 men to the right side on 2nd and 6. Here's Brees. This is caught by Gill.
Holding offense.
That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
You remember me? Let's go, baby.
Throwing now is Brees. And Cook has it, left side. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Brees. Gets it to Meredith, complete. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. Well, he flew past 200, 300, 400 yards. Now he's over 450 yards passing on the day.
So what you're saying is oxygen for everyone catching the ball and trying to defend?
Yeah, especially those guys trying to defend right now.
No doubt. They've got to be a confused group because they haven't been able to defend him very well at all. And I think he just wants to keep firing. When you have that kind of a day, you're just locked in. Just keep calling those pass plays.
Ready? Yellow lady.
Right there, 56. Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day, all day.
Into the red zone, it's Brees. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Nick Bosa. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility, the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now Breeze. Thomas has got it, complete. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he's got the defense so much on their heels, got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy, and what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down?
It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. It'll be a gain of 4. And that'll bring up 4th down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. And Lutz puts this one through. And that will extend their lead even further. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And the first play of the drive goes to McKinnon. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Garoppolo looks to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to George Kittle, his tight end, and it's 3rd down. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play, and who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
Garoppolo. Now he'll let it go deep over the middle, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender, but you also have to give your own guy a chance too.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. And after a sluggish start, he's really bounced back. The numbers bear that out.
And you're a baseball guy, partner. How many at-bats over the course of a baseball season?
Oh, boy, four in a game.
Yeah, about four in a game.
Four times 162.
350 or so, right? Sometimes it takes a while for a guy to get going. That's my point. It's not the first few carries. You don't worry about that. As they go along, get that guy lathered up, get those blocking assignments down. Those 2-yard gains turn into bigger gains as the game moves along.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 10 yards, good for his Saints, first down. He's turning in a pretty impressive performance running the football, and a big reason why they have this nice lead.
And in days gone by, we would clip this out and put it up on the refrigerator, wouldn't we? Clip out the box score. Nowadays, not too many newspapers out there. Maybe you screenshot it online.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Brees going to throw. And this is Cook with a grab. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Let's go.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Ready. We're waiting.
Mike 56.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback.
That was second down run for Murray. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Ready.
Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so well. Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at the 20. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And that's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. And this is going to be incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. Been a very strong performance for them, really on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless, take care of the ball on the way out.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
On 1st down, Brees. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish. Because strategy would tell you, run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Only gets a yard, but it's enough to set him up 1st and goal.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the 1st down.
Ready? 95-56, 95-56.
That's right, baby. They don't want it.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And a nice pickup there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. Kamara. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Ready? You ready?
56. Check 56. It's been a long day for you.
Brees now on 3rd and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. 4 touchdown passes now for Drew Brees. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. See, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And the lead is now 24. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is taken at the 3. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. He finds Taylor, complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 180!
Check 47. You can't block me. You can't.
Garoppolo on the draw to Coleman. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49. A gain of just 2.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 49-yard line.
Here's a 4-receiver look now. 3 of those guys out to the right side on 2nd and 8. To throw is Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan, his 2nd sack of the night.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Well, that last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the 4th quarter here. You've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Garoppolo going to go on 4th down. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now, no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. That's complete to his speedy wideout Goodwin. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 17-yard line.
And the 49ers 1st down.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 180!
Check 47.
Know your job.
Get hot!
47's the mic.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. Coleman. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Here we go. 180!
Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA with a sack. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well, and that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Coleman. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Here we go, here we go. 180!
Check, 47. 6 man. Check curls, check curls, check.
Garoppolo now. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Good coverage that time by Patrick Robinson. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
2nd down and goal. Garoppolo to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Kendrick Bourne, the intended receiver, but now it's 3rd and goal.
All right, Captain, it's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you've kind of run out of your running plays. Fire another one into the end zone.
And this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7.
It's got to the point where we see guys like that make that type of a catch. Not fair goes through my brain. That size, that speed, and now they're acting like wide receivers too.
Yeah, tight end one-handed catches. They're kind of like wide receiver one-handed catches nowadays.
Just not right.
The field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th. Garoppolo to throw for it on 4th. And it is incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Saints will have the football back. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
Michael Thomas now heading back onto the field. He's north of 150 yards in this game. He's been doing his thing, hasn't he?
That he has, and he's been enjoying himself. And it's the type of game that you get locked into a pretty good groove. May not be record-shattering, but it's the type of game that if you accumulate that throughout a season, you're going to be one of the top receivers in the game.
See how much they incorporate him here on this drive.
Yellow lady, yellow lady.
54 Mike. Push him back. Push him back.
Breeze now on first down. Gets this one to Hill. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles. It certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. They run with Murray. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Ready? 5-8, 5-8.
Right there, 56. Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know.
They go with Murray again. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Fred Warner in on the tackle. A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 7.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Breeze. And he finds Cook. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 30.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Check.
Now Kamara. About 3 yards there to the 27.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now.
Ready? 95-56, 95-56.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
Again, it's Kamara. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 3rd down, Murray. And he will have the 1st down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. 1st down. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps for these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Breeze. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. That'll bring up second down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. Give him 8 on the play, and all of a sudden here, it's third down.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but it doesn't matter what you call a position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a third and a couple remaining. Back to the ground. It's Kamara. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal. So this one, a victory here for New Orleans. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Saints are winners here as we say so long from New Orleans.